Welcome back to the Sanctuary of Starlight. Welcome back to Anything You Want. Today, we do not merely observe the news, we step into a narrative that bridges the gap between romance and empire. You are here because you understand that the lives of the stars we admire are not just series of random events, but carefully curated masterpieces of ambition and emotion. Before we transport ourselves to the cobblestone streets of Italy, I invite you to become a permanent architect of this community. Press that subscribe button, leave a like to guide the algorithm, and if you wish to stand truly close to the pulse of these stories, consider hitting the join button. Your exclusive support allows us to paint these portraits with the depth they deserve. Today, our lens focuses on Milan, not just as a city, but as a backdrop for a transformation. Jagmer Yüksel and Barış Baktas are no longer just actors, they are becoming a movement. Let us unravel this tapestry together. It is often said that all roads lead to Rome, but for those seeking the zenith of style, prestige, and modern power, the compass points inevitably toward Milan. In this ancient city, where the ghosts of the Renaissance dance with the avant-garde spirits of high fashion, a new chapter is being written, not with ink, but with the undeniable chemistry of Turkey's most captivating duo, Jagmer Yüksel and Barış Baktas. The beloved protagonists of Bloodflowers have transcended the confines of the television screen, embarking on a journey that observers are calling a definitive turning point in their collective destiny. They did not arrive in Italy merely as tourists seeking respite from the grueling demands of production, nor were they there simply to admire the Duomo's Gothic spires. No, this voyage was a strategic pilgrimage, a proposal of a different magnitude. A courtship between their rising personal brands and the titans of the global luxury market. The narrative unfolding in the Italian press and echoing through the corridors of Istanbul suggests that the primary catalyst for this excursion was a colossal offer from a world-renowned fashion and advertising conglomerate. This was not a standard audition or a routine meeting, it was a summit. The rumors, swirling like autumn leaves in a piazza, indicate that this potential collaboration is far grander than a solitary advertisement or a fleeting billboard campaign. We are speaking of a long-term alliance, a partnership designed to position Jagmer and Barış not merely as faces of a product, but as global ambassadors of a lifestyle. The brand in question, whose identity remains shrouded in the tantalizing mist of non-disclosure agreements, reportedly views the couple as the epitome of the modern power dynamic, inspiring, resilient, and aesthetically flawless. I have to ask you, the visionary viewers of Anything You Want, when you look at Jagmer and Barış, do you see them merely as characters in a drama, or do you see the potential for a global brand akin to the Beckhams or the Clooneys? Where do you think their limit lies? Share your predictions in the comments below. And remember, clicking that join button is the best way to support our deep dive analysis into the future of these stars. From the precise moment their feet touched Italian soil, the atmosphere around them seemed to shift, vibrating with a kinetic energy that the locals describe as sprezzatura, an effortless grace. The paparazzi, notoriously difficult to impress in a city teeming with supermodels, were reportedly captivated. Jagmer Yüksel, opting for an aesthetic that balanced minimalist simplicity with breathtaking elegance, became a focal point for the camera lenses. Beside her, Barış Baktas cut a figure of formidable charisma, his presence commanding yet protective. As they navigated the labyrinthine streets of Milan, holding hands in a display of unity that felt both intimate and declarative, they effectively conquered the city without uttering a word. Their glances, stolen in the middle of crowded avenues, and their laughter, which seemed to carve out a private sanctuary amidst the public bustle, demonstrated that their connection is the engine driving this ascent. The itinerary of their trip included a pivotal meeting, the details of which are the subject of intense speculation. However, before stepping into the boardroom that could redefine their careers, the couple was observed taking a respite at a local cafe, a brief interlude of normalcy in a high-stakes script. It was in these unscripted moments that the true texture of their relationship revealed itself. Observers noted Barış's protective demeanor, a subtle shield against the chaos of the outside world, and the tranquility that washed over Jagmer's features in his presence. This was not merely the behavior of colleagues discussing a contract, It was the body language of two souls who have found a home in one another. The gossip columns, usually quick to search for cracks in the facade, found only solid marble. Their relationship has evidently matured from the passionate throes of new romance into a fulfilling, stabilizing life force that empowers them to take on the world. If you are enjoying this journey through the streets of Milan and into the hearts of our stars, please take a second to like this video. It helps Anything You Want reach more people who share our passion for the truth behind the fame. And for those who want to help us keep the lights on and the stories flowing, our Super Thanks feature is always open. The digital realm, specifically the fervent fanbase on social media, mirrored the excitement on the ground. The names Yagmur and Baris became a trending mantra, a digital heartbeat syncing with their real-world movements. Fans were not just celebrating a vacation, they were celebrating a victory. Comments flooded in, declaring that Baris is becoming a global brand and affirming that their success knows no bounds. The anticipation of seeing them together in an international campaign has generated a level of curiosity that is rare in the industry. It represents a crossover moment, a transition from local stardom to international recognition. Although no official press release followed the meeting, the faces of the couple told a story of triumph. That evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and painted the Milanese sky in hues of violet and gold, Yagmur and Baris retreated to a romantic dinner. In the soft, flickering light of candles, the fatigue of a day spent negotiating the future seemed to dissolve. They appeared to be celebrating more than just a potential business deal, they were celebrating the journey itself. Witnesses described their demeanor as dreamy, engaged in deep conversation that likely oscillated between the thrill of the offer and the comfort of their shared reality. This dinner was the seal on a perfect day, leading many to conclude that this trip was indeed a marriage proposal of sorts, not necessarily of rings, but a proposal from the universe to step onto a higher stage. The integration of their love life and their professional ambitions has become seamless, creating a synergy that is as lucrative as it is romantic. The repercussions of this Milanese excursion will likely ripple far beyond the borders of Italy. Industry insiders are whispering that the brand intends to utilize Yagmur and Baris as symbols of a new era, representing a love that is modern, powerful, and devoid of boundaries. While the ink may not yet be dry on the contracts, the trajectory is undeniable. Yagmur's growing clout in the fashion sector, combined with Baris' visionary ambition for international projects, creates a perfect storm. For the fans of Bloodflowers, this is a promise of longevity. Their favorite duo is not fading away but is instead burning brighter, illuminating a path that could lead to European cinema and beyond. Milan was not the destination, it was merely the launchpad. And so, we leave the glittering lights of Milan, but we keep our eyes fixed firmly on the horizon. Yagmur and Baris have proven that when love and ambition walk hand in hand, the world becomes a very small place indeed. We will be watching closely for the official announcement of this global partnership, and you can be sure that Anything You Want will be the first to bring you the details. Until then, tell us, what kind of global project do you wish to see them in? A high fashion campaign, a film, or something entirely different? Leave your dreams in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, join our exclusive community if you can, and always, always keep wanting more. Until the next story unfolds, goodbye.